Hey guys, it's Tricky Nick here. The Mario Kart franchise is one of Nintendo's biggest and most universally loved franchises, but it wasn't always that way. In fact, right around my -12th birthday, the franchise was just about to begin its bumpy ride to stardom on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System with Super Mario Kart, the first ever Mario Kart. This game spawned a boatload of sequels and basically established the kart racing genre. With Mario Kart being such a popular franchise and Super Mario Kart being so influential, Nintendo must have hit it out of the park. Right? Well, maybe not. Join me today as I cover the first ever Mario Kart game, Super Mario Kart, to decide if it started the franchise off right and is a smash hit, or did it flop and I should trash it. With only a grand total of 8 people on the development team for F-Zero, wait a second, F-Zero? That's right, Super Mario Kart originally started off as a 2-player sequel to F-Zero. That's kind of weird and crazy to me. Could you imagine if we were in the bad timeline where they made F-Zero instead and Mario Kart never existed? Oh god. The long tracks and speedy gameplay the team had envisioned for F-Zero were too difficult to develop due to the hardware limitations on the SNES. Instead, the team began to make compact and windy tracks with slower gameplay. And to test these tracks, the development team used Mario in a kart on the tracks. Then, to provide a good variety of racers, Nintendo added a few more of their staple Mario characters to the game, as well as some wacky items that pertain to their games. Then they were like, what should we call this game? Mario's in a kart, Mario in a kart, Mario Kart. Oh, Mario Kart! And thus a star was born. Oh god, I'm gonna be sick. What the heck am I looking at? Okay, if I squint and back away, I should be able to continue the video without puking. Due to the hardware limitations of the SNES, 3D wasn't exactly its forte. Far from it, actually. Instead, Nintendo opted to use the graphical capability of the SNES called Mode 7 to make Super Mario Kart appear 3D. It doesn't. The pseudo 3D is far from convincing, and the 2D sprites make the depth perception non-existent, which will heavily factor into the gameplay later. This is easily the worst looking Mario Kart ever made, which isn't really its fault, but it's still very bad. In fact, there are only 2 Mario Kart games that actually use Mode 7, and this is definitely the worst of the 2. While Super Mario Kart is ugly, maybe the roster alleviates the extreme pain this game causes my eyes and stomach. The first ever Mario Kart roster contained a total of 8 characters, with mostly the usual suspects, but some, or should I say one, exception. We've got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Bowser, Donkey Kong Jr., Koopa Troopa, Toad. Wait, Donkey Kong Jr.? Yeah, this absolute relic of a character was only seen here and in Mario Kart Tour, both times in 2D. I like this character a lot actually, but honestly probably just because he's obscure rather than the fact that he's actually interesting. I mean, when I really think about it from a design perspective, the regular Donkey Kong is just better. That concludes my mini Donkey Kong Jr. rant. Other than that though, this roster is pretty normal. It's got characters that I like, but not characters that I'm very infatuated with. It's basically an inferior version of the Mario Kart 64 roster. There's nothing extremely special, but it's definitely serviceable and I like it. For each character in Super Mario Kart, there's only one kart. However, while there's no variety in the kart design, there are 4 different groups of stats for each weight class. Mario and Luigi have medium acceleration, high top speed, medium weight, and medium handling. Peach and Yoshi have a very high acceleration, medium top speed, medium weight, and low handling. Bowser and Donkey Kong Jr. have low acceleration, very high top speed, high weight, and low handling. Finally, Koopa Troopa and Toad have high acceleration, low top speed, low weight, and high handling. Personally, I feel like the changes don't make a huge difference in gameplay, but I guess it's good they put in the effort to make some weight classes. It's not as noticeable as in future entries, but it definitely makes a difference. Hey you, yeah, you right there. You want to play a few courses multiple times over with slight variations? What's that? No? Well, screw you, too bad, that's what you get. Well, I do understand that Super Mario Kart was very limited due to it being on the SNES. These courses aren't that good. We've got Mario Circuit, Donut Plains, Ghost Valley, Bowser's Castle, Koopa Beach, Choco Island, Vanilla Lake, and Rainbow Road. This seems like a decent number of tracks, and most of them even have multiple variations, except for Rainbow Road. But the actual quality of these courses is mediocre at best and total dumpster fire at worst. worst. For starters, the color coordination of some of these makes them almost unplayable. For example, Vanilla Lake is a mixture of bright blue and white, Choco Island is just all sorts of brown, and they literally had to add arrows to Bowser's Castle because it's so impossible to see where you're going. The layouts are also pretty uninteresting for the most part, as there's no potential for vertical movement of any kind. I mean, they've got a couple of cool shortcuts here and there, but they're not very complex. Overall, Super Mario Kart's tracks are bland, simple, and in some cases ugly. I won't say I had zero fun playing these courses, but they're certainly dated. In fact, the best part about these courses has nothing to do with the courses themselves. The music for the courses is super catchy, and every song fits its respective course well. That's unfortunately the biggest redeeming factor of the course lineup, though. There's some fun to be had with them, just not a whole lot. But the question is, does that classic Mario Kart gameplay make up for this? Super Mario Kart set the precedence for all Mario Kart games to come, except with some extra hot garbage mechanics to truly make it a full-on dumpster fire. Okay, it's not actually that bad, I was being a little dramatic, but there are some big issues. For one, each course is 5 laps. Now initially that seems like a good thing, as it means the short courses don't shorten the length of the game, but unfortunately it ends up just kind of feeling monotonous. Not to mention, the graphics make me nauseous after a while, so making the course longer is absolute agony. Also, the CPU racers you're facing off with have ridiculously unfair advantages against you. Not only do they rubber band constantly so you can never get a big lead, but they also have special items that you can't use that they can use on you. As for you, you only get the banana, the green and red shell, the feather, the mushroom, the star, the boo, the coin, and the lightning. It's a pretty solid lineup for the items at your disposal. Most of them come back in future entries. But then the computers, on the other hand, have the egg, the fireball, and the poison mushroom. All of these moves cause you to spin out like crazy or put you at a major disadvantage, which is so unfair. On top of the overpowered items and rubber banding though, even the controls aren't that great. I don't know the best way to explain this, but the controls feel really loose. When you drift, you lose almost total control of the vehicle, and in some cases spin out. But we're not done yet, because every Grand Prix, you're given 3 lives. If you place in the bottom 4 spots, you lose a life. So whether you have a chance at winning or not despite getting a bad placement, getting in the bottom 4 spots forces you to replay the absolute eyesores that this game calls courses. So overall, racing has some major issues, whether it's in Grand Prix or time trial. But there's also a battle mode in this game. How does that hold up? Well, it kinda sucks. The only game in it is a 1v1 balloon battle where you try to pop your opponent's balloons, and you can't play with CPU, sadly. So good luck trying to find someone that actually is willing to play this with you. In terms of replay value for Super Mario Kart, there is no replay value. There is no unlockable content apart from the Special Cup, which just rewards you with 4 repeat tracks and Rainbow Road. So once you race through that, there's not a whole lot else to do other than try out the battle mode. But even still, the Grand Prix, time trial, and battle mode are also pretty boring after a few playthroughs. So the game doesn't exactly have much substance. Before I come to a decision, let's recap. Super Mario Kart is the very beginning of Mario Kart, however that start was very bumpy. The graphics are unironically nausea-inducing to look at. Seriously, I recorded like 2 full Grand Prix because I felt so sick afterwards. The roster isn't anything too crazy, but is a serviceable lineup to choose from. The courses aren't all too impressive either, and their unfair gameplay makes them even less enjoyable. There's also just not much to do in the game after playing everything once. So, is this game a smash hit for starting the Mario Kart franchise right, or should I trash it? This is an easy decision. Super Mario Kart should be thrown in a dumpster. After playing the game for this video, I found that it is easily my least favorite Mario Kart game. But if I was a kid in the 90s who had never experienced a game like Mario Kart 8, maybe this would have been less appalling. The graphics in this game actually make me thankful for the ones in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. That's kinda scary. Super Mario Kart had the elements of what we'd come to know and love about Mario Kart, they just weren't in a good state yet. Super Mario Kart wasn't completely irredeemable, and it started off a franchise near and dear to me, so it at least gets credit for that. Honestly, unless you're just somebody looking to experience the entire Mario Kart series, then I don't recommend this game at all. Luckily, Super Mario Kart did do well enough to spawn a sequel, that being Mario Kart 64. Fortunately for me, that game is actually in 3D, so I won't be puking trying to play it. But that story is for another time. Anyways, what do you guys think of Super Mario Kart? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one.